What is the most important question in life? What is the one fundamental question that you should ask yourself every single day of your existence? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. This is Konrad from Switzerland and welcome to this video. So when you talk to people and ask them what is the most important question in life, what is the one question that you are asking yourself every single day? Often what you will hear are answers like, who am I? Or what is the meaning of life? Or what is my purpose in life? And these are all great questions. These are all very important questions that you should ask yourself, but those are not really easy questions. And one kind of issue I have with these questions is that they often don't lead to any specific action. So those are questions that you could ask yourself for however long you're gonna live, and there have been people that have been meditating over the question, who am I, or what's the purpose of life, for basically all of their life. But I think there's one question, I believe there's one question which is much more important, which is much more approachable, which also leads to clear actions. And I also believe that this question actually will help you to answer all of the other questions. And that one question, that fundamental, most important question in life, I believe is, how can I be of service? How can I be of service for others? And that is a question you can ask yourself in many areas of life. That's a question you can ask yourself with regards to your relationship. That's a question you can ask yourself with regards to your children. That's a question you can ask yourself with regards to your patients if you're a doctor, or that's a question you can ask yourself with regards to your customers, your clients if you're a company. That's a question you can ask yourself with regards to your community or to your spiritual beliefs if you have any. And it's really a question that affects everyone, whether that's a private person or whether that's ourselves in a company environment. And it really is a fundamental question. When I ask, how can I be of service? I don't mean that in a superficial way. I mean, if you ask yourself the question, how can I be of service in my relationship? You should ask yourself, how can I be of service to my partner? What can I do to make my partner's life better? What can I do to make this relationship better? Or when you ask yourself that question with regards to your kids, I don't mean that how can I be of service in terms of how can I help them to, carry their plates back from the dining table to the kitchen. I mean it in a way, how can I help my kids to grow up as strong and mindful and thoughtful and self-sufficient persons, and how can I help them along this journey? Or if you're a company, then you can ask yourself, how can I serve my customers? How can I serve my clients? How can I better understand what their needs are? How can I better understand how I can help them in their life? How can I make a change in their life? How I can give them something? So not ask yourself the questions, how can I sell them something so I can make some money, but rather, how can I do something with whatever it is that we do that really adds something to their life and adds something to their situation? And so when you ask yourself the question, how can I be of service? That's really a deep question, and we live in a world that's often very me-based. There's a lot about me nowadays. If you look at Instagram, if you look at Facebook, most of the posts you will find are, no, this is my life, this is what I do, this is what I expect from life. And often when you talk to people, you will notice that many people have a very egocentric worldview. So they ask themselves, what am I entitled to? What does this world has to offer to me? What is there in this world that should be given to me? And that's just not the right way to look at things. The right way is to reflect on yourself and reflect about yourself and really ask yourself what there is that you can give to this world, what there is that you can give to other people. And the question, how can I be of service, does exactly that. It helps you to reflect about yourself. It helps you to listen to other people as well. So it helps you to think about who you are, because in order to serve, you need to know who it is that you are and what you have to offer. So it helps you with that question as well. Then the next thing it helps you to do is, it helps you to think about the question, what is my purpose? What is my meaning in life? What would I like to do? And when you think about what you have to offer, when you think about what you have to give, those should be things that come from a place deep inside you that you like to do and that gives you a sense of meaning and a sense of purpose. So it helps you with that question as well, and it helps you with a lot of other questions. So asking yourself the question, how can I be of service? How can I be of service to others? How can I be of service to the world? helps you to reflect on yourself, and it helps you a lot actually. So it's a very powerful question to ask yourself every single day, because it also helps you to position yourself in life. One important thing is though that when you ask yourself that question, how can I be of service? Don't come from a place where you expect reciprocity. Don't come from a place where you expect recognition. So you don't want to be asking yourself that question, how can I be of service, because you want to be regarded as a good doer. You want to ask yourself that question to really get to the point where you think about how you can really do good because of doing good, and not because how other people look at you or because what you might get back for whatever it is that you do. And that's a very important thing, because if you don't do that, that will really mess up your perspective, and that will really mess up everything that's behind this very powerful question. The next thing is, whatever it is that you choose for being of service, it's very important that you don't give yourself up completely when you do those things, because you still want to be in a position where you have power, where you have energy, when you can really be yourself. And if you give yourself up completely, then you cannot be of full service, you cannot be of best service, because there will always be something missing. So if you find an answer for yourself, and if you start doing whatever you have chosen to do, and if you feel like your energy is low and you're being drained, or you don't feel right doing the things that you do, then stop doing it and find something else, because there are so many things that you can do. There are so many ways that you can be of service, but you always want to be yourself and you never want to give yourself up. That's very, very important. And finally, when you think about the question, how can I be of service? Don't think that only the big things count. Don't think that you have to go to whatever country and clear out minefields to serve the world, right? Because that's something that might be right for some people, but it will not be right for a lot of people. And when you are of service, that can mean that you do very little things that make a change in someone's life. So being of service can be something as little as being that shoulder to cry on or to lean on for someone who is having a bad time in his life or in her life, or could be supporting someone who is in need for food or for help or for support with raising a kid, or could be really a very tiny little thing that makes an impact in someone's life. So don't think that being of service to others means that you have to do those big things that you will see in a newspaper. Because actually, if all of us would try to do a better job at being of service for others, then that would be all that's needed. That would be all that's needed to really make an impact in this world, to really change that world for good. So that's it for today. Very short video, but I think it's a very important question. And what I would be interested now is your experience. So have you been of service, or do you know how you can be of service? Or have there been times in your life where you have been of service to others, and what was it? So please leave a message below this video in the comment box, and I would be very happy to read about your experience and how you think about that question. Also, if you haven't done so, then please subscribe to this video now and make sure to hit that little bell, because that will make sure that you will always receive a little message when I upload a new video. And please make sure to like this video, and please make sure to share this video, because you can really help me to spread the word and to get this message out to as many people as possible. And finally, what are questions that you would like to be discussed in this video? So just leave your message if you have anything you would like to hear about, and I will do my best to answer that question in a video. That's it for today. I'm sending you the best wishes from Switzerland, and always remember to learn, to grow, and to serve.